BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to BodyBags. It's week 211, and I'm your Sunday host, Bourgie86 here again. Yes, guys, it's that time for the Sunday review. Alright, the film that I got for you guys today is a film from 1987, which is a film that I wanted to check out for the longest time. And of course, it's another Asian Persuasion Sunday here on the Sunday BodyBags reviews. And this one comes from the land of Hong Kong, of course, and this goes by the title of A Chinese Ghost Story. Yes. If you don't know about this film, it stars late legendary actor Leslie Cheung, who unfortunately passed away back in 2002, which I believe his last film was Inner Senses. So it was kind of interesting to see, because it's a film I heard about for the longest time. I know one of my friends is a big fan of that film, and this is the first time I ever got to see any of Leslie Cheung's work. Now, we're introduced to our main character of Nipsun Chan, who's played by Leslie Cheung. He's like this tax collector, pretty much, and he ends up going to this town to start collecting taxes, pretty much. And it's during this time period, during like where the countryside and the town itself aren't really particularly fond of tax collectors, which is kind of relevant today, because we still ain't relevant to tax collectors today. But he doesn't have like a place to stay in the home, so pretty much one guy references to him like there's this abandoned temple up in the hill, let's go stay there, and everyone like gives him a look and stuff like ooh, and we find out like this temple has like a taboo presence between it, and so he ends up staying there. And pretty much he ends up meeting like this maiden that lives in this temple, who kind of gets the hots for him pretty much. So pretty much what ends up happening is they end up falling in love. But unbeknownst, she's actually a ghost. Yes, she's a spirit that's forced to lure men here to this temple to be fed upon by this tree demon. That, yes, I know. But so pretty much what ends up happening with the rest of the film is he teams up with like this warrior that battles like the evil spirits and stuff, like a Titus monk, and ends up trying to reincarnate his love for this woman and save her from the forces of evil, pretty much. That's pretty much the main plot of it without going too crazy into it. And this kind of story is kind of like far out there with some of the stuff that goes on in it. But my thoughts on this film: very surprising watch, I have to say. It has with the like some of the over topness stuff that goes on within it, like there's effects and stuff that I'll get into in a minute. But it's a very well done told story, because it has that elegance of like a period piece and stuff. Like when we first introduced to our main character, he's kind of like this bumbling buffoon, but he grows as a character as the film progresses, and I like that about it. And yeah, like I said, like he's kind of like this goofy character as we meet him. So there is some kind of like comedy thrown in there, especially during some scenes that are kind of funny, I have to say. Like there's this one scene that involves like him going into like this attic area in his room to try to attain something. And what happens in that scene is very humorous, especially with like what's going on in that scene without giving too much away in it. But yeah, I love Leslie Cheung as an actor in this film. He does a terrific job as his role as our main character. And the rest of the cast and characters are phenomenal. Like the tree demon lady is fucking crazy and far out there, especially with the way her performance is in the film. And it's out there. It's just one of those weird performances. And you can see like the ham level of acting with like that performance. They go over the top with it pretty much. And like I said with the effects are awesome in this film, because we get like these weird like zombie-like creatures and stuff in this film that are done with like numerous effects in the film. Like there's like puppetry and like a hand like puppetry and stuff, and stop motion too. There's a few scenes of like stop motion animation in this film, which I wasn't even expecting. I was like, ooh, this is kind of cool. And it's usually in like the far apart shots, you know what I mean? Like they show them in the distance, like stop motion. But when they showed like close-ups of actual like the undead, they're like puppetry, like kind of like Jim Henson type puppetry and stuff. It's the best way I would describe it. But yeah, very enjoyable film. Like I said, it's kind of has like its over the top moments with like some of the effects that happen later in the film, and it goes into like full blown like fighting evil, like with martial arts type deal, which I did kind of like too, because it has like that kind of craziness where the elegance of fighting these spirits with like these spells and stuff, and using like martial arts to actually perform the spells, pretty much, in weaponries, and like the way that they have different weapons and they have spells on these weapons too, which I thought was very interesting and in depth with like the Chinese mythology of this film. So yeah, I really highly enjoyed this film. It's completely well made, beautifully shot, great cinematography, and great music. The music's really beautiful in this film. It has like this elegant like seance with like this girl like performing like a hymn through like the film, and I believe it's supposedly like the theme of our main character's love interest in the film, and it has like that spiritual feel to it, which I really did enjoy, and I just really highly enjoyed this film altogether. Like I said, it's nothing too like mind blowing, and it's very simple. Like the story itself is very simple, especially if you study like Chinese mythology and know stuff about like the ghost legends of Chinese history. This is definitely a film that you have to check out, and it's really really informative and has a lot of good aspects to it and great characters, I have to say. So if I had to rate a Chinese ghost story, it's getting a solid 9 out of 10 for me. I highly enjoyed this film. This is actually a Canadian DVD. This is no special features, but the print looks great, and it comes with like subtitles, of course. This film is in Mandarin, so you have to read subtitles. Don't be lazy, peeps. So yeah, awesome shit. A Chinese ghost story. I highly recommend this film, guys. Alright guys, that's it for this review, and that's it for week 211. So I hope you enjoyed this week as always. And next week, we'll be back with more reviews for you guys. So we'll see you soon. Peace out.